If you clicked on this video, you probably just got Geometry Dash and you're stuck on what to do first, or you want to learn about the game. Never fear! Here's a complete guide for beginner Geometry Dash players. This video will explain how to play the game, which levels you should beat first, and GD terms that are useful to know. Now, I do have to point out that this video is strictly for people that just downloaded GD, not for players that already beat levels and know what they're doing. For those players, I recommend watching my next video, which comes out on this date. Now enough rambling, and let's open GD. When you enter the game, you'll see the home screen and 3 main buttons to click on. For now, just skip the one to the very right. I'll get on that later. The button to the left is the icon kit, where you can customize your icon and even give it different colors. But right now your choices are limited, so we can ignore this button too. The button in the middle is where all the main levels are. The first one you see is Stereo Madness. What you should do is click on the right arrow and skip this level. The second level is Back on Track. Click the box where the title is and you're in. Now here's how to play. To jump, click left click. You can also click space, W, or up if you want. If you're playing on mobile, tap the screen. To pause the game, click escape on computer or click the pause button on the top right corner of the screen. Now on the pause menu, you'll see 4 buttons. To go into practice mode, which makes levels a lot more easier by adding checkpoints, click this green diamond over here. To resume in normal mode, click the play button or the green diamond with the strike through. To exit the level, click this button here, and to restart, click this button. Now that you know the controls, let's play Back on Track. Now that you're in the level, you're gonna start sliding to the right of the screen and then bump into this yellow thing. When you bump into the yellow thing, otherwise known as a yellow pad, you randomly jump very high. Then there are more of these triangle things. These are spikes and they kill you if you touch them, so the only way to dodge them is jump. Now the first 50% of the level is just the cube going up and down, but then at this part, you'll see a pink portal. When you enter it, you turn into this flying ship. You can't click it to make it go up, so instead, you have to hold. Letting go will expectedly make the ship fall down. After around 15% of the ship part, you're back to the cube, and from there, it's just learning the jumps, and you beat your first level. Hooray! Now what? Well, from here you have 2 paths. Go backwards and play Stereo Madness, which I recommend, or go forwards and play the next level called Polargeist. Let's assume you chose the recommendation, which is playing Stereo Madness. This level is a tiny bit harder, with this red part toward the end of the level. You might die here a lot since the difficulty of this part is very hard, but if you practice enough, you can beat this part and the whole level. Now from here, it's just smooth sailing. You beat the main levels in order. Polargeist, Tryout, Base After Base, Can't Let Go, and then you reach Jumper. Once you beat this level, you're set for now. You've learned a lot of mechanics and techniques to beat levels fairly quickly. You learned orbs, pads, upside down, and even picked up a few coins. But now you have another fork in the road. You can either keep playing the main levels and learn new mechanics, or you can finally click this button to play user-created levels. You can even make your own levels too. If you don't have Geometry Dash Lite, enter this ID in the search tab and you can learn what every mechanic does in one level. From there, all you need to know is the terms that people are going to be saying. Now, before we get into more content, please subscribe to the channel, because when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to try and beat 9 circles, one of the most liked levels in Geometry Dash. The most common term is buffer. Buffering refers to the orbs. If you hold before you're on top of the orb, it will let you activate the orb and you'll do what the orb does. Another term you'll hear a lot is straight fly. Straight fly is when you're a ship and you click around 4 to 6 times a second, or 4 to 6 CPS if you're a gamer. This will make your ship straight, aka straight fly. Here's another term, frame perfect. This is possibly the hardest thing to perform in GD other than beating the hardest levels in the game. Every second has a number of frames. It can be 60, 120, 240, or maybe even 480 or more. A frame perfect is where a click is only successful in one of those frames. This means that the window of a frame perfect can be as high as 1/60th of a second. That's at least 6 times less than it takes for you to blink. Another one is NONG, or Nong, also known as Not on Newgrounds. These are songs that are not available in the global song library for GD Newgrounds. This means that you need to manually replace the song via the game files. These next 4 are related to levels. They are Fluke, Choke Point, Secret Way, and Jump. Fluke means that your current best is fairly low, but you suddenly beat the level or get a very high new best. Choke Point is a section in a level that is hard or requires a hard timing to pass, making it a hotspot for deaths there. Secret Ways are sections in a level that takes a different route than a normal one, finding a hidden area or path. Normally, secret ways aren't seen in levels at all. Jump is a common term for courageous players. If a player jumps, it means that their current hardest level got replaced by a level that's a lot harder, like going from Stereo Madness to Bloodbath. Thanks for watching, and if you want more content like this, click this video and be sure to subscribe to get notified when my next vid comes out. Peace!